Life is teaching you is, if we pay attention, we can sense it closely. We need to understand one thing here: life is teaching us something to face the coming situations. Yes, my dear friends, it is the performing its responsibility of preparing its child to face the future. But very few people can sense it and try to implement it. But now I want you all to understand it and make your path easier. Have you ever noticed how a child can spend 10 minutes watching something that an adult would walk past without a second glance? A drop of water falling from a leaf moving in the wind, a balloon rising toward the ceiling, water boiling in a vessel, a shadow changing its shape. To a child, these are not ordinary things. They are questions waiting to be answered. Why did that happen? How does this work? What will happen if I try this? That simple curiosity is something we all had once. Then life happened, we grew up, we became busy, we started worrying about tomorrow and regretting yesterday. Somewhere between responsibilities, deadlines, expectations and disappointments, we stopped looking closely at the little things around us. And perhaps we forgot something very important. Life is still teaching us, we have simply stopped paying attention. The classroom is everywhere. We often think learning happens only in classrooms, but life has a much bigger classroom. Your kitchen can teach you, your garden can teach you, your relationships can teach you, your failures can teach you, even a difficult day can teach you something. Imagine watching water come to a boil. It does not become boiling instantly, it slowly gathers heat. For a while, nothing appears to be happening, then suddenly, the water begins to move. How much like life is that? We work, we struggle, we try again, we wait. Sometimes we wonder whether anything is changing. But just because we cannot see the change does not mean nothing is happening. Growth often happens quietly before it becomes visible. That is a lesson worth remembering whenever you feel that your efforts are going nowhere. Keep going. Your boiling point may be closer than you think. A failure is not the end of the experiment. Think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. The child falls, gets up, tries again, falls again, gets up again. The child does not say, "I failed at cycling, I should never try again." The child simply thinks, "Let me try once more." Somewhere along the way, adults become afraid of trying. One failure becomes a reason to stop. One rejection becomes a reason to doubt ourselves. One mistake becomes a label we carry for years. But what if we looked at life differently? What if every mistake was simply another experiment? You tried something, it did not work. You learned something, now try again with what you have learned. Failure is not always a full stop. Sometimes it is life correcting our direction. Look at the way water flows. Water is another quiet teacher. Put an obstacle in its path. Water does not sit there complaining about it. It finds another way. It bends. It moves around. It keeps flowing. There are times when life puts obstacles in our way too. A plan fails, a relationship changes, an opportunity disappears, someone says no, a door closes. Our first instinct may be to fight the situation. But sometimes strength does not mean fighting harder. Sometimes strength means finding another way. If one door closes, look for another. If one plan fails, create a new one. If the road changes, adjust your direction. Do not confuse changing your path with giving up on your destination. Water keeps moving, we can learn to do the same. Ordinary days are not empty days. We spend a lot of time waiting for something exciting to happen. We wait for the promotion. We wait for success. We wait for the perfect opportunity. We wait for the next big chapter of our lives. But while waiting for the big moments, we sometimes miss the small ones. A peaceful morning, a cup of tea, a conversation with someone we love, a child's smile, a quiet walk, a meal prepared with care, a moment when we finally realize that we are stronger than we were yesterday. These moments may never appear in newspapers, they may never become photographs we post online, but they are still life, and one day, we may look back and realize that these ordinary moments were actually the beautiful parts. Do not postpone your happiness until life becomes extraordinary. Learn to find something beautiful in today. Ask better questions when something goes wrong. We usually ask, "Why me?" But perhaps there's another question we can ask, "What can this teach me?" That one question can change the way we experience life. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" ask, "What can I do differently next time?" Instead of, Why did this person hurt me? Ask, what has this experience taught me about myself and others? Instead of, why is my life taking so long? Ask, what is this season preparing me for? We may not always find an immediate answer, but the question itself changes our mindset, and sometimes that is where healing and growth begin. Stay curious about your own life. We are curious about the world. We want to know what is happening around us. We follow news. We watch videos. We learn new skills. But how often do we become curious about ourselves? Why do certain things make us angry? Why do we fear certain changes? Why do we keep repeating the same mistakes? What truly makes us happy? What kind of person do we want to become? Self-awareness begins with questions, and honest questions often lead us toward honest answers. You do not need to have your entire life figured out. You only need the courage to keep learning. There is no wasted season. Some seasons of life feel productive, others feel painfully slow. There are seasons when everything seems to fall into place, and there are seasons when nothing seems to make sense. But remember the seed, when it is buried beneath the soil, it may look as though nothing is happening, yet beneath the surface, something important is taking place. Roots are growing, strength is developing, preparation is happening. Your life may have seasons like that too. Just because people cannot see your progress does not mean you are not growing. Some of your most important growth may happen in seasons nobody applauds. Do not be discouraged by a quiet season. Keep watering your dreams, keep learning, keep believing, keep moving. The little things become the big things. Life is not made in one dramatic moment. It is built slowly, one decision, one habit, one conversation, one lesson, one act of courage, one small step, nay day at a time. Just like a necklace is made bead by bead, our lives are built moment by moment. Some beads will represent joy, one will represent pain, some will represent courage, one will represent lessons, one will represent people who changed us, and some will represent the days when we simply refused to give up. Together, they become our story. So do not underestimate today's small step. It may become tomorrow's turning point. Keep looking. The world has not become less beautiful. Perhaps we have simply become too busy to notice. So slow down. Sometimes look at the sky. Listen to the people you love. Notice the little things. Ask questions. Try something new. Learn from your mistakes. Celebrate small victories. And when life does not go according to your plan, pause before you lose hope. There may be a lesson hidden inside the disappointment. There may be another road waiting for you. There may be growth happening beneath the surface. There may be something beautiful that you have not noticed yet. Life does not always teach us through grand events. Sometimes it whispers through the simplest things. A glass of water, a falling leaf, a child's question, a failed attempt, a quiet morning, a closed door, a second chance. Everything around us can become a teacher when we are willing to learn. And perhaps the greatest lesson of all is this: do not rush through your life looking for extraordinary moments. Pause, look closer. There is wisdom hiding in the ordinary, and there is a beautiful life waiting to be noticed. Keep your heart curious, keep your mind open, keep moving forward. Understand the play of emotions along with situations and try hard to control them at your best, so you can achieve your goals easily and incredibly, because every day brings another bead, and every bead has a story which you have to deal without any disturbances. Your peace should be your target at the end of the day. Grasp the meaning of this chapter and try to use it if you ever need in any situation, and learn to win without stress. This is the purpose of this book, Beads of Life. Understand it and subscribe for motivating me to write many more chapters.